Ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another edition of your midday transformational moment with Dr. Larry Carnes. Elder Kevin Vaughan here with you, Doc. Always good to see you, sir. Optimal blessings to you, sir. God
I
bless you.
receive an optimum blessing to you.
Hey, man, I received, Doc. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, trust you're having a great day today. If nothing else, folks, it's just exciting to be alive today, to be here with you today, and to share some things with you as we talk about the power of transformation. For those who don't know, we've been talking to Doc for a minute, guys, on the optimum return and the power of transformation. It is real. I believe it is needed for everybody on the planet. Everybody would benefit if they would just learn more about the power of transformation and the optimum return, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that totally. And thank you so much for your time today as well. Hey guys, it's been a great ride. We here on Mondays and Tuesdays for those, Mondays and Fridays for those who don't know, just for information. Mondays around 12 noon and Fridays we're here with Doc, and we're just excited about you joining us. Again, this is your midday, folks, with Dr. Larry Carnes, and this is your transformational moment. Doc, thank you again for your time, sir.
Thank you. Optimum blessings to those who are watching. And we begin by decreeing and declaring the optimum blessing upon you. We decree and declare the greatest and most favorable degree of God's growth, increase, and reproduction, continuously operating, manifesting, and being demonstrated. That's acted out, walked out in every area of your lives. We're declaring everything lost, stolen, or forfeited is returned, nothing broken, nothing lacking, and nothing missing, but the total restoration of all that the Creator intended for you when He created you, released you, gave birth to you from His innermost being. You have to grasp that, and you would be wise to receive it. It's the total restoration of all that the Creator intended for you when He released you from Himself. When you're released from the essence of the Creator, you're released from His Spirit because He is Spirit. Therefore, he released you with a purpose. He released you with destiny. He released you with intent. The question that needs to be asked of ourselves is, have we tapped into the intent of the Creator?
All right, Doc.
See, until we tap into the
Yeah.
intent of the Creator, who's the originator, then we will be functioning out of order because we don't know our divine purpose. We don't know why we were created in His image and His likeness. The power of transformation is spiritual awakening, is
Yeah.
spiritual illumination. It's not Christianity now to begin with, but it's spiritual awakening and spiritual awakening to the intent of the Creator. We have to be reminded that all of humanity is created in the image and likeness of the Creator. Said another way, you are created in the image and likeness of the sovereign one, God. He's the creator. He's the only creator. Now, there are false gods,
Yep.
and you have to understand that, but none of them had the ability to create you.
That's right, Doc.
So you are created from the image and likeness of the only original and real authentic creator. With that in mind, the power of transformation is development. You must develop and become who the creator created you to be. See,
Yep.
that's the power of awareness. That's the optimum return. And that's the law of becoming. Until you realize why you were created, until you realize why you are here, you can't walk in purpose. You can walk in purpose. And if you don't walk in purpose, you don't walk in your significance because your significance is tied to your purpose, and your purpose and your significance is in who you are, not what you can do or what you can become. You have to get this. You must grasp this. Your significance and your value, your purpose is in who you are. It's not in the things that you do. It's in who you were created to be and to who you are. See, things that you do is what you do. It's not who you are. You're still going to be who you are outside of the things that you do.
Mm.
You must tap into that. That's the power of transformation. That's redemptive consciousness. That's spiritual awareness. What you do is very minimal. It may have some significance, it may have some value to yourself and to society, but you must understand that you're not that smart.
Right.
And the only way that you can accomplish what you've accomplished, the only way that we see things created that have revolutionized the world is because there's a spirit of knowledge and wisdom. There's a spirit of wisdom, there's a spirit of knowledge, there's a spirit of revelation, and the Creator has imparted unto humanity the spirit of wisdom, knowledge, and revelation that allows them to tap into the technologies that we know. You're not smart enough to know that there are several lenses contained within your eye, and you can have a surgery that can remove a lens from your eye and then replace a lens on your eye. Humanity isn't that smart. But the Creator, the power of awareness, the power of transformation, the Creator will impart the
Hmm.
wisdom and the knowledge and the
Yep.
technologies to uncover and discover those things.
Yep.
Science is real, but the Creator is the creator of science. There would
Exactly.
be no science without the Creator.
Exactly, Doc.
See, that's the power of transformation, understanding that all things come from the source of origin. In him you live, in him you move, in him you have your being. So let me give you something that's written down here very quickly. The best possible life, the absolute fullness of life that you can ever experience is one that has extraordinary experiences. They're going to have deep and meaningful relationships. And that deep and meaningful relationship, the first one is the relationship between you and your creator. You must uncover and discover that. That's the power of transformation. When you uncover and discover the meaningful, you have to underline meaningful relationship with your creator. Then you're going to uncover and discover the essence of your I amness.
Mhm.
You cannot, you will not tap into who you were created to be until you uncover and discover and cultivate an intimate relationship with the Creator. To develop your inner world, you
Mhm.
must transform your heart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have a heart for the Creator?
Yeah. There you go, Doc.
See, you have to develop your heart because you want to develop your inner world. Now, your inner world is internal, is not external. So develop your internal world, which is the true essence of who you are. Your internal world is spirit. You have to get it. Your internal world is spirit, but in order to develop that, you must develop it and tap into the spirit of he whose image and likeness you're created in. Your creator is spirit. Your creator isn't physical. And until you tap into the essence of your I amness and tap into the spirit of he whose image and likeness you're created in, you don't have a meaningful life. You must tap into that. That's the power of transformation. I'm going to say it again. To develop your inner world is to transform your heart. Now,
Mhm.
when you transform your heart, you transform your inner world, it's going to lead you to a powerful and meaningful reality of your belief, your focus, and freedom. The power of transformation is freedom.
Yeah, Doc.
And it's freedom from the things that have encapsulated you, held you hostage, and then put a ceiling over that which you can become. Every human being has a vision of reality. The question is, what reality have you framed? And then what's your reference for the reality that you've created in your life? See, what's the reality? What's your frame of reference
Yeah, Doc.
for your reality? What's your frame of reference for the world that you've created? What's your frame of reference?
Yeah.
What's the presumption of your reality? Where did that presumption come from? And then why do you receive it as your truth? If it did not come from the originator,
Hmm.
if it did not come from the creator and he whose image and likeness you are created in, you have a false perception of who you are.
Yep.
The power of transformation is uncovering and discovering the true essence of who you are, tapping into the essence of your I amness. Want you to remember to outlove, outserve, outforgive each other. Optimum blessings to you.
Oh man, Doc, what another platinum note there, guys. Today, Doc dropped some platinum on you today, folks. Some platinum tips, some platinum information about the power of transformation. Man, Doc, that's the way you start off a week. Yeah, no doubt about that. Hey guys, hope y'all taking some notes. Those listening live, of course, you can always listen to this over and over again. And I want to encourage you guys to share this out because you just never know, man. Doc be dropping some great stuff, and I trust that somebody's out there is getting it. I was taking notes while he was talking, folks. I hope y'all was too as well. He talked about, first of all, the power of transformation will give you freedom, folks. It will give you freedom. And Doc, another area I wrote down for me personally, it will give you also a better understanding of the journey of life. How about that one right there? Because I had a lot of questions about the journey of life, but the power of transformation will help you navigate that better. Man, I tell you, I don't have all the answers, folks, but the power of transformation will help you handle it, help you deal with it a lot better, believe me, as you navigate your wonderful lives. And guess what, guys? The journey is different for everybody, right? It's different for me, different for Doc, but the results are the same. The goal is to get you to your best self yet, folks. It's powerful. And you got to get the part about Doc, I wrote down here too as well, that the power of transformation is for everybody. Matter of fact, I wrote down here the power of transformation transcends religion. This is not a religious journey, folks. It is not religious. I want y'all to understand that this is not a religious journey, and it's not restricted to one's sect of a belief. Okay, this is for everybody, no doubt about that. Everybody on the planet needs to understand the power of transformation for their own lives, and believe me, then it'll take you to the next level of your journey as well. And also, too, always think about this, Doc. If nothing else, folks, for those who want to believe this, please give God his props. Okay, the Creator, just give him his props and honor him, because all this don't just happen. You go outside and just look around. All that just didn't happen, folks. Please give God his props and give him respect for being the Creator. Okay, he is the Creator God, as Dr. Carnes mentioned earlier. He is the Creator, and there is only one. And we're just excited about you guys understanding that a little better today, hopefully. But do your research. You don't have to believe us, right? Do your homework, man, and do your research on that. And you will definitely come to that conclusion as you travel in the power of transformation, folks, and learn more about the power of transformation. Incredible. So, Doc, thank you so much for that. And the heart, you talked about the heart today, too, folks. Transform your heart. That's part of the journey, too, as well. When you get involved in the power of transformation, it will transform your heart. And I believe that's also where it starts as well, folks. Just incredible, Doc. Incredible journey. Wow. Well, guys, I want you to know that you're going to need a coach. You're going to need some teaching, right? Because this is not normal. I can almost tell you nobody on the planet right now is about 5.6 billion people on the internet. I can tell you nobody's teaching this like Doc is, because there's only one Dr. Carnes. So I can guarantee that nobody's teaching like he does, because there's only one of him. Now, he may have some other folks out there saying something about transformation, but it ain't going to be the same, folks. I'm going to tell you that for sure. So, guys, you're going to need some coaching, teaching, training. I want you guys to ask and contact Doc and say, hey, Doc, tell me more about the power transformation and the optimum return. Well, you can do that on Facebook, guys, under Optimum Leadership Coach on Facebook. You can follow him there, guys, or you can ask the question about his books and, of course, about his teaching, coaching, and training as well. Hey, Doc's on also Instagram, guys. Follow him on Instagram. Those are on that area as well. Please contact him. Follow him there as well under the optimizerdr.c, the optimizerdr.c on Instagram. And Doc, also too, I want to give your website out as well as always. Hey guys, don't forget the website too as well. Share that with everybody on your platforms as well. lcmi.world. cmi.world for a more formal introduction to it with Doc. You can set up an appointment, guys. I want organizations, associations, groups, small, large, small, medium-sized businesses, corporate level businesses, guys. You need to invite Doc to talk to your team and give you some great understanding of what optimum return is and the power transformation. I believe it will literally change your lives out there for your constituents and for your business model as well, guys. Hey, also, too, guys, the powerful books, guys, on Amazon, The Power of Transformation, The Law of Servanthood, and The Law of Humility, all on Amazon, guys. You can go to just type in Larry Carnes on Amazon, and that will get you the books there. Highly recommend you get all three, and not only share that with yourself, but share it with your family, guys. Once you read the books, have a roundtable discussion. Have some time with the family and talk about these areas, guys, because it'll get your mind started and it'll get your mind going in the right direction as we talk about the power of transformation. If you got any questions, you can always contact the author on Facebook, Instagram, or his website, guys, as well. If you guys got any problems, get in touch with Doc, let me know as well. Wow, powerful, powerful. Doc, man, what a great way to kick off the week, man.
Yeah, optimum blessing. This transformational thing is real, and it's the internal restructuring of your spiritual DNA. It's the power of awareness,
Yes, sir. It
because we
is.
must become aware of who we are.
Yeah, yeah, Doc.
And in order to become aware of who we are, we must understand whose we are. Whose image and likeness are you created in? And you must understand that. Now, while we say it's not about religion, this isn't the church. We're presenting a platform for all of humanity, because until for God so loved the world system,
Yes, sir.
that's humanity, that
Yep.
he gave his only begotten son. So now we get into that. Well, why did he give his only begotten son? Is to redeem all of
Yeah,
humanity back to him.
yeah, Doc.
See, that's what we're talking about. So,
Yep.
but we're not turning it into a church thing,
Right.
because if we do that, it's going to exclude some people. But when you tap into the essence of the
Mhm.
image and likeness of the only true creator,
Right.
you tap into the essence and you can become one with him, then the power of awareness will open you up to receive his love.
Hmm.
His love is his son,
Hmm.
but he gave his son for the world. Now, once you receive his love and you become knowledgeable of his
Yeah.
son and realize what his son has done, and then you begin to read and to study on the significance of really tapping back into the creator through his son, then you have to make that decision, that choice for
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
But the platform, the seed is
Yeah.
presented in your transformational moment. But it
Hmm.
has to do with you uncovering, discovering the true
Yeah.
essence of who you were created to be. You
Yeah.
were created to replenish, subdue, and multiply. You were
Hmm.
created to give birth to those who were created in the image and likeness of He whose image and likeness you were created in.
Yeah.
That's what you were created to do. And that preceded Christianity.
Right.
You got to tap into that. That preceded Christianity.
Yeah, Doc. That's right.
So you must tap into that. When you step back into the Father and you become aware of whose you are
Hmm.
and who you are in Him,
Hmm.
then you can progress and move forward into receiving His love,
Yeah.
because His Son is His love.
Hmm.
But you must be aware of whose you are. When you
Right.
become aware of whose you are and you receive the love that He gave, because His love is
Yeah.
the bridge back to Him. And his love is his son,
Yeah.
who is Jesus the Christ. So we're unapologetically
Right.
Christian. We unapologetically believe in Jesus as the Son
Yep.
of
Yep.
God, the crucified and resurrected one, but we're
Abs-
not excluding this, and this is not a broadcast for preaching. This is a broadcast for letting you be awakened. And when you receive his son, you receive his love. So the power of transformation is love. But you
yeah.
can't tap into the love of the creator until you receive the love of the creator. And the love of the creator is his son.
Hmm.
And so we try to bring it all
Yeah.
together so that
Yeah.
you can have an understanding of that. But we don't
Yeah.
exclude anyone.
Right. Right.
You know,
Amen.
and as a matter of fact, when you understand why he gave his son because he outloved, he
Yeah.
outserved, and he
Yeah.
outforgave.
Yeah.
Optimum blessings.
Oh, I love it, Doc. Doc, I just was thinking back, you always talk about and share with us about, God had released us from his matrix and he has done that. But guess what, guys? There was an interruption. in the matrix, if you want to say that, or let's just say in the release later
Yeah,
on.
not in the interruption in the matrix, because the
Right,
matrix comes from
right.
God.
That's right.
The
That's right.
interruption was
Yeah.
after he had
After we
released.
release. That's right.
Yeah,
That's exactly right. Yeah, I wanted to thank you for that clarification. And then guess what, guys? The power transformation, which is the Christ, his son, came and helped us out in that area, folks. We're talking about the power transformation. So the point is, folks, the way I understand it is that God has sent his son to transform us back to himself. That's what it's all about through his son. And I'm excited about that, folks. And that's the part you got to get, folks. And again, we're not talking religion. We're just talking way the creator God has set up for us to bring us back to himself. And that's the
mm,
love Doc talked about, God. That's the love. Man, that's powerful. So God had a way. Yeah, he knows everything. I believe he knows everything. Everything has a purpose. And he has made a way back called the power transformation through his son to come back home. And that's what it's all about, folks. We want you to understand that. And as Doc says every now, you have to get this, folks. You got to get this. This is one of the keys to the power transformation, that you get it. And then believe me, the rest of it comes about through revelation and through teaching and training and
yeah,
coaching. Is powerful.
yeah. See, he, Jesus, is the rites of passage
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
the Father.
Yes, sir.
When you just narrow it down, yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus is the rites of passage back to the Father. Now, for those who are of the Christian faith, he says, no one comes to the Father except by or through me.
Mm.
I am the door. I am the truth. I am the life. I'm the way. I'm the rites of passage back into
Yeah.
the Creator.
Yes, sir.
We believe that. Now, all religions believe in a
Right.
God,
Right. Exactly.
but the question is, do they believe in the only true and living God?
Right.
Now, if we were to talk about the Christian faith is the only faith that has a God who communicates and talks to you. Buddha can't do it. See, the other gods of these religions, they are images.
Right.
They're not real. We serve a God in the Christian faith who's real. He communicates, he talks, he's
Absolutely.
alive, he
Yep.
answers, he listens. Those other religions and those statues, those graven images and things of that nature, they can't do that because man created them.
Mm-hmm.
Humanity did not create God.
Right.
God is the creator.
Amen.
Because see, I asked him the question a long time ago because I needed to know. I
Mm-hmm.
say, where did you come from? How did you get here? That was for Larry Carnes. He gave me the most profound answer that you could ever receive. I am.
Yep.
I say, thank you. That was it. I
So,
am.
yeah, that's powerful. They did, Doc.
And so now you either have to have the faith to receive that and believe it
Right.
or not.
Right.
And he loves us so much that he says, okay, I'm not going to force you to do it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not even going to punish you for not believing it. But
Right.
this is what happens if you do believe that I am who I say I am. And this is what happens when you believe that my son is who I say he is. Now, if you believe that, you can have the rites of passage back to me. If you choose not to believe that, then that's on you. I still love you because I still gave him for you.
Right.
You just made a decision not to receive, not become a benefactor of the love that I gave to you.
Yeah.
And it's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's powerful, Doc. Yeah, that's what one of the greatest. I always think about that, Doc, too, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest gift God has given us is choice. Man, He gave us a
Yeah.
choice. He didn't want no robots. He didn't want nobody forced to be, to love Him or even follow Him. Just follow Him. Nobody forcing. He ain't forcing you to do none of that. So we want you to think about it. That's what the power transformation is all about. Is to think about it. One of the things, ladies and gentlemen, you may not know for the new ones. One thing I said, well, maybe Doc's right. So maybe he's right. I need to at least pursue it. And it was a new way of thinking, the optimum return, the power transformation, ladies and gentlemen. But I said, well, wait a minute. Well, maybe he's right. Maybe I need to think about this a little bit more. Slow down, Kevin. and think about it and see if it's right what he's talking about. And that's where the power transformation started taking hold. Folks started reading more, listening more, praying more, fasting more, all the above to get an understanding of what in the world am I supposed to be doing with this power transformation. And it works, folks. But you got to want it. As Les Brown says, you got to be hungry for this one, boy, for sure. You got to be hungry for this because the goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to get you to your optimum self, to get you to your best self yet. And as Doc shares with us, to get you to where the creator, how the creator had created you or had created you in the beginning, folks. That's the goal, is to get you to what he sees in us and get you to that level of consciousness, if you will, and even in this life. So we're excited about that. Wow. Hey, guys, I want you guys to share this out as well, guys, on your platforms. Thank you so much for those who do that. We want you to have an intentional day today and also a very purposeful rest of the week as well. The power transformation is real, folks. Again, here's the books, guys. I highly recommend. Not only do you get the books, but invite everybody, all my colleagues out there around the globe, invite Doc on your programs, guys. If you got a platform, podcast, television, digital, roundtables, if you will, panel discussions. You got a TV network where you bring in guests. Let's do that as well. But contact Doc and have him come on and talk about these wonderful topics. We believe it'll help your audience and will help your bottom line as well. Doc, again, thank you so much for your time today. Wow.
Often blessings. And, we'll be traveling.
Yeah.
Well, we may be there Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you leave it out Thursday. So yeah, it depends.
Yeah. So we'll be on the ground Friday. We'll be in Joburg, South Africa, and Swaziland. So we should be in Swaziland there by
that'd be powerful. Yeah, if you can, Doc.
Yeah. Of course, we have internet connection, so we'll be able to do that. So we'll see how we're doing. I think we're like 6 hours ahead.
Fantastic. That'd be great.
So God's still doing things. So we're traveling, and the same thing, the same message. Power of transformation, the power of awareness.
Yeah.
And it's great because it's coming up to Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's very strategic in what God has put together. We're coming up to Resurrection Sunday, and we'll be closing out on Resurrection Sunday, getting on the plane Resurrection Sunday night, and coming back, arriving back in Atlanta on the 21st. So optimum blessings to everyone.
Amen. All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much for your time today. And we're just excited about you guys being with us today. Hey, again, share this out, guys. I want you guys to share this out. You guys are sharing stuff all the time. I want you to share this out on your platform, all platforms, because you never know, because people need to understand, at least hear, the power transformation. With Dr. Larry Carnes, Elder Kevin Vaughan, Doc, thank you again for your time, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Optimum blessings.
All right. Take care, sir. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.